Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Music Den. I am your host, Armando Venditti, and in this episode, or installment of Was This Their Best, I'm going to be covering an album from an artist from the UK. Now, in previous episodes, I've covered genres such as progressive metal, classic rock, pop. In this episode, as I stated first in my introductory episode video, I'm going to be talking about other genres of music. So in this installment, I'm going to be talking about an R&B/soul pop artist from the UK. His name is Seal, and the album is Seal 2. Now, this album was released in 1994 through Warner Music. It was a 3-year gap between the previous album, also called Seal, and this album. And the previous album containing songs like hits like Crazy and Future Love Paradise in the beginning. This album continues on from where Seal 1 left off. There are 11 cuts on this album. There were 5 singles released from the album: Prayer for the Dying, I'm Alive, Kiss from a Rose, Newborn Friend, and Don't Cry. I believe that's 5. Anyways, there are deeper cuts on this album as well. First of all, the principal players, 2 of the principal players on this album are Lisa Coleman and Wendy Melvoin from Princeton Revolution. So he's in good stead with regards to the musicians he's working with on this album. Also, you have Jeff Beck. You have Joni Mitchell doing a duet with him on a track called If I Could, one of the deeper cuts. You also have Jeff Beck doing a guitar solo on If I Could. You also have Ann Dudley, who has worked with Art of Noise and is known for doing orchestral charts and arrangements on albums for pop groups, soul groups, etc. So this album is amazing. Prayer for the Dying was the lead-off single. And that song alone, which I believe was one of the last ones or the last one he wrote for the album and was an extremely difficult song to write, is just one of the most emotional, heart-wrenching tracks that I've heard up to that point. The album, even though there is some instrumentation programming on it, there are live instruments used on the album, and he's not. I'm going to put this. The album is just not straight ahead pop dance tracks. Yes, Newborn Friend is a dance track, but Seal delivers a lot more in terms of vocal delivery, in terms of musical textures, arrangements of the pieces. And it's just, for me, it's just one of the best albums of 1994. I know that's a tall order, to live up to, and that's a very bold statement to make. But at the time, personally for me, I'm speaking from my experience, I did not hear an artist of this caliber, of this vocal ability, of this talent in terms of being able to write a melody and a catchy hook for a song. He's a complete original, and he has released other albums after this. The album, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but it was produced by Trevor Horn, who, as you know, has worked with groups like Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Yes, as a producer and a lead vocalist. Art of Noise, The Buggles, Need I Say More? We're talking hitmaker here in terms of a producer and an arranger. As I was saying, this album is just a master stroke in terms of creativity, song arrangement, composition, the works. There are deeper tracks on here called, one is called Dreaming in Metaphors, another one called Fast Changes. The album overall is a fantastic piece of work. And again, it was for me, the best album of 1994. You could not get an artist that delivered such emotion in his vocal technique and his singing ability than Seal. So that's it for this installment. It's a pretty short installment. But please, I mean, as I said before, I'm going to be covering different musical genres. It's not just going to be rock and, um, progressive metal or heavy rock. It's going to be pop. It's going to be soul. It'll be rock, mostly rock, but there are different genres I want to cover. So if you've heard of this album, if you like this album, if you don't like this album, please let me know what your comments are, what your opinions are, and leave them below. And please hit like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to keep you on top of any new content that I'm going to be posting. And that's it for now. And hopefully you guys are having a great day. Please look after yourselves, look after each other, and I will chat to you soon. Bye for now.